Welcome back to Desperate in Cleveland, and today is our fan appreciation episode. Here at Desperate in Cleveland, we don't have a real big fan base, but we do have some people out there that leave us some feedback, so we like to respond to them from time to time. So our first message that we got is from Huntington 1234567, and he says, "Where are the Browns reviews? Where are the Browns previews?" So in honor of you, Huntington 1234567, we are going to base this episode primarily on the Cleveland Browns.
Alright, and to go along with that, we're going to start with a review of this past week's game. Now, obviously the Browns lost 13-6 to the lowly 32nd ranked rush defense of the Buffalo Bills. A very disappointing game. It might be one of the lowest points of the season for the Browns. We saw Peyton Hillis fumble the ball 3 times in the game. We saw Jake Delhomme have a fumble that was huge and costly, and also throw an interception where I was like, is he trying to make it rain?
Umbrella, I make it rain. I make it rain. Make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes.
I did not know what was going on. As a Browns fan, watching Jake Delhomme play quarterback is like pounding your head against a wall.
I make it rain.
Obviously, this was a terrible loss for the Browns because they were going on a 3-game winning streak had they won this one. You had Buffalo, who is, like you said, 32nd against the run, and we have one of the best running backs in the league, and the Bills have 2 wins all year. So you would think we would have got a win, but the Browns, as they've been doing all year, have been playing to the level of their competition.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And being an avid Browns fan, I listened heavily to the Mike Snyder after the game post-game show. A lot of fans out there are claiming that Eric Mangini should lose his job based on the fact that the game plan was very poor coming into the game. Do you blame the play calling more on Mangini or more on offensive coordinator Brian Daboll and the play of Jake Delhomme to the point where the Browns were just not being able to stick to their game plan?
I can't help but blame everything on Jake Delhomme. And yes, Brian Daboll had a very boring playbook in this game, but when you have Jake Delhomme out there, you can't do the same type of things you would have with a Seneca Wallace or with a Colt McCoy. So he's very limited in what he can call.
Yes.
So you saw a boring playbook, but Jake Delhomme could not even execute the plays that he had.
Yes.
So you can't be running all these trick plays that they were doing with Colt McCoy, an athletic quarterback, because Jake Delhomme's not going to get the job.
Yes, and it does not matter who you're playing. When your defense is out there for 35, 40 minutes of the game, you're more than likely going to lose. We're going to do a Browns preview of the upcoming game. This will touch on not only Cleveland, but it's going to be on all Ohio sports as we play the 2-11 Cincinnati Bengals this coming week. So, what do you see in this coming week, Greg?
This is a trap game for them. And Cincinnati, you look at the record, 2 wins. Well, guess what? We just lost to a 2-win team, so we can't take them for granted. Obviously, Cincinnati is going to come out with a very aggressive game plan, and they're going to be playing with a chip on their shoulder.
Yes.
Because we beat them the first time, and they do not want to lose to us, especially twice in one season.
They have a lot of talent. Carson Palmer threw for 300 yards against the first game. Terrell Owens had a standout game. Browns secondary.
I heard Terrell Owens has a force field around him.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, Terrell Owens has an invisible force field around him that keeps defenders off him like yours keeps women off of you. So, as long as we can control the ball, I think that we can win and, climb closer to that 8-8 mark that we are hoping the Browns finish at the end of the year.
So the Browns, like we said, have been playing to the level of their competition, be it low or be it high. Obviously, looking at Cincinnati, you'd think it'd be playing low. And Cincinnati is a talented team. They won the division last year, and they have 2 wins this year. So you can't overlook them. Do you think the Browns will win?
This is a scary game, and it's a very hard game to call. I'm going to be completely honest with this. I'm going to say the Browns are going to win if a healthy Colt McCoy plays this week, 24-13. Just have to hold Carson Palmer from having a big game, force him into some turnovers.
I agree with you. I think it depends on the quarterback play. If Jake Delhomme's out there, no, we're not going to get it done. But Colt McCoy, hell, even Seneca Wallace is going to win us the game over Jake Delhomme's. I'll say the Browns win about 24-21.
Okay, some more feedback from our fans here. We got a message from Brian TDT that says the Browns will have a winning record next year, and that's coming from a Bears fan. And he's guessing the Browns are going to be 9-7 next year. Now, obviously, that depends a lot on the schedule, the divisions that we're playing going in next year.
It's nice to see that other teams and other fans of other teams are noticing that, well, the Browns are better and could finish with a winning record and contend for a playoff spot next year. So thank you, Brian. Our next bit of feedback says Pats are the damn best. And you Browns fans out there, what's y'all record again? Well, our record against the Patriots is 1-0.
Alright, and the final little bit of feedback from the fans that we're going to read this week is Armalone77 says that, nice show guys, glad I stumbled across this, and this is a Browns fan stuck in Pittsburgh. We feel for you, we really, really do, but we're really appreciative of you leaving some feedback on our videos.
Come home to Cleveland.
Or if you can't do that, join the Browns backers, the #1 fan group in all of the nation, so that shows that the Browns fan base, while we don't have a winner, ever, we're still pretty loyal.
And on a final note, we actually had a national championship here in Northeast Ohio. The University of Akron men's soccer team coached by Caleb Porter. It's the first time the University of Akron has ever won a national championship in anything, so congratulations, guys.
And that'll do it for today's episode of Desperate in Cleveland. This has been the Fan Appreciation episode. Keep bringing your feedback. We'll keep answering your questions. As always, stay desperate, Cleveland.